Death wasn't supposed to be part of our story. We were made for life. Endless, beautiful, perfect life with God. But in a single moment, everything changed. Sin entered. Trust was broken. Death took hold. And right there, in the ashes of paradise, God spoke. Not just judgment, but a promise. He said to the serpent, "He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." Genesis 3:15. Why did God say that? Was it a curse, or was it the first whisper of a savior? Today on Why Did God Say That? We go back to the first prophecy, the first battle, and the first hope. In the beginning, there was no death, no pain, no separation. Humanity walked with God, in the garden, in perfect relationship. But then came the lie. The serpent, Satan, questioned God's goodness. Adam and Eve disobeyed, and the cost was immediate. Sin entered the world, and death followed. But what God said next wasn't just judgment, it was a prophecy. Genesis 3:15, "And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." God spoke this directly to the serpent. It was a warning and a promise. This was the first time God pointed to Jesus. Long before Bethlehem, long before the cross, "He will crush your head." That's Jesus. The one who would destroy the power of sin, death, and the devil. You will strike his heel. That's the cross. Satan would wound him, but not win. This is known as the proto-evangelium, the first gospel. Right there in the ashes of Eden, God promised a redeemer. From that moment on, the Bible points again and again to this promise. Through Noah, God preserved life. Through Abraham, God promised a child through whom all nations would be blessed. Through Moses, God revealed the law, but also a need for a greater deliverer. Through David, God promised a forever king, and all of it was building toward Jesus. Death came because of sin, but life came because God refused to let death have the final word. Just as sin entered the world through one man, and death through sin, in this way death came to all people. But also, how much more will those who receive God's abundant provision of grace reign in life through the one man, Jesus Christ? So why did God say, "He will crush your head"? Because the moment sin entered, God had already planned to defeat it. He wasn't surprised, he wasn't scrambling, he had a plan. And his name is Jesus. If this helped you see God's heart in a new way, subscribe to Why Did God Say That? Together we'll uncover the wisdom, hope, and love behind God's boldest words, one verse at a time.